back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at a product that just came in the mail from the Fiero store. It's a product that's new to me, but it's been around for a little while, and we're going to take a look at it and compare it to the original part and see how it stacks up. Give you a full review on it, and if you guys like it, maybe you'll pick one up for yourselves. So stay tuned. We're going to be jumping right back into the Fiero. Guys, the first thing we're going to do is show you exactly what it is that we're working on, and we'll see where it goes from there. And today I have my little helper here, who is a little camera shy today. Say hi to your fans, Maddox. Or Maddox Wharf, as is your full name. Alright. That's enough camera time for you. Come on, we got some work to do. Alright guys, we're going to be heading right back into the Fiero, and I'm going to show you exactly what we'll be working on. First thing we have to do is pop the hood. Open this thing up, and we'll take a little walk around, and here we go. This is what we'll be working on. The original washer tank on these cars, nothing wrong with it, but it does yellow with age, which really doesn't look very pretty. So this is basically just a cosmetic improvement, no other real reason to do it. But I decided that I was going to try the Fiero store's washer tank and see how it stacks up. So I bought their washer tank kit along with the new washer pump, and we're going to be installing that in the car. But first, let's take a look at it. Visually, it seems to be identical to the GM washer tank with one minor difference. Right here we see, I don't know if you guys can actually see, there we go. This is a part number from this washer tank. And where it differentiates from the original GM one is that the GM one has the original GM markings with their part numbers, which is going to be, from what I can see so far, the only physical difference between this washer tank and the GM one. The first step toward removing the tank is to disconnect the hose going to the pump. And if your tank is full, like mine is, you're going to need to plug the hole on the pump itself so that you don't have your washer fluid spilling all over the interior of your car. Now what I did, I just pulled the hose, put my finger on it, and then put a big wad of putty right over the nozzle to the washer pump.
Where are you?
And that's prevented all the washer fluid from leaking out. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the tank. Okay guys, now that we have the pump plugged up so we're not leaking it all over the interior of the car, now we have to remove the tank. Then we're going to remove the jack. Okay, now that you got the jack out of the way, find a suitable little tool and just pry up on the connector to get it off, because it might be on there a little tight after all these years. Okay, now you're going to remove the 10mm bolt holding the lower portion of the tank to the car jack bracket. Then you're going to remove the 10mm nut that holds the top portion of the tank to the wheel well. Once you remove the bolt and the nut that holds it in, it's a simple matter of just lifting it right up and out of the car. Easy as that. Alright guys, so now we have both tanks out and side by side, so we can make our comparisons to see how good the Fiero store tank is. Now the Fiero store does also sell a replacement pump, which is, let's see, I'm trying to see, no real way to gauge quality wise how good this pump is compared to the original GM pump. Let's take a look here. This is the Fiero store's pump, what they offer, which is a very commercially available pump, but you can get it right from the Fiero store, get it all as one complete kit so that you can make your whole replacement if necessary. Washer pump, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Doesn't really say where it's made. I'm going to Cycle Products Corporation, Brownsville, Texas. Oh, so looks like this is American made, this pump, which definitely I would prefer. Okay. Hefty feeling. Now let's remove the pump from the original Fiero pump, and we'll make a comparison of these two if we can get this thing out of here. This is the first time this pump has ever been out in, it has to be close to 40 years. And here we go. Our original AC Delco pump and our new replacement pump. Now the AC Delco one is still functioning perfectly after all these years, so I don't really see any reason to change it. Now let's take a look at our pins. Our pins are the same. As you can see, they are clocked a little bit. No, the pins are clocked in the same direction as the and the nozzles. Yeah, they're all pretty much the same. Now let's take a look at our tanks. As you can see, the Fiero tank has been discolored due to age. That's not a... Let's give you a better look there. Now there are ways of whitening plastic. It's in the toy restoration business. They do that quite a bit, and it involves submerging the plastic, I think, in baking soda or hydrogen peroxide, something like that. I'll have to look that up. And it restores the whiteness to the plastic to an extent. So is this able to be restored? It's possible that it may be. Now take a look at the Fiero store one, brand new. Look at how crystally white that is. Now that's definitely going to look better in the car than the original one. Now, like I said, well, let's take a look at our motor, our little motor locking tabs here. We have one on the top, two on the bottom, same. We have our rubber grommets here, the same. Looks like the tank mounts are exactly the same. Now let's take a look at the back of the tank. Okay, we have our boss here that goes up against the bulkhead. That's the same. Now, one important thing to look at are the seams on the tank. And seams are generally a source of leaks on these types of plastic tanks. A lot of manufacturers go through it. This one seems to be sealed very nicely. And the Fiero store one, again, it's the original Fiero one is in excellent shape, other than the discoloration. Let's take a look at the bottom. We see that we have our bottom rest here, our mounting point here. Everything looks to be exactly the same. So far, the Fiero store one seems to be every bit as good as the original GM one. But let's try and put it in the car and let's see how well it fits. So let's install this here. Actually, it mounts right to here. So the bracket that holds your jack is where the lower mounting bolt goes, and the nut on the top goes here. And it seems to be a perfect fit. It seems to be a perfect fit. So I do believe that we're going to be a-okay with this tank. All right, so I'm going to assemble everything on the tank, and we'll be back to install it, fill it, and see what we get. Right, so now we're going to take the Fiero store pump. We're just going to install that into its grommet. Now when you install these, you can always just install at an angle and then pop it into its slot and push it straight down into the tank. There we go. We're all done. That is a very quick install. Tank, we're going to reinstall it into the car. Let's not forget to reattach our hood, our hose, and to plug our pump right back in. There we go. Replace the bolt with a brand new shiny anodized one. You may as well make it look pretty. And there you have it, guys. Completely installed. Fits perfectly, just like the original. Absolutely nothing bad to say about it. There you go. We have our new tank installed and ready to roll. It's filled with washer fluid now. Nothing's leaking from anywhere. Very happy. Definitely giving a thumbs up to this product from the Fiero store. As it fits perfectly. Looks good. As you can see, I mean, look at my washer tank and my coolant reservoir now. Wow, now I really have to change that coolant reservoir. Which, coincidentally, it's going to be our next video. Because that's going to be the next project. Is to replace a coolant reservoir with another Fiero store product. They're brand new coolant reservoirs. So we're going to try this and see how well that fits. But that's going to be on the next video. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for now. And I will see you on the next one.